Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Carlos with Twins Reef, and I know it hasn't been long since the last update on this tank, but I just wanted to talk about some certain things I want to do with this tank. Also, just keep you guys updated of what I've been doing. I have done a little bit of modifications regarding the last time I did an update. But just before we actually start in depth with all the video, guys, I am using a filter. It's not an orange or yellow filter. I surprisingly was able to get this video quality with a brown color filter. That's so weird. All the lights right now there are blue. So before I used to have some white in the tank, but I just decided to just run all blues, try to help corals regain their color, and it has worked for me in the past, and is working to this day. And in person, without the filter, just the blue lights, it looks amazing. But I'm pretty sure every coral looks amazing under blue lights. So anyhow, guys, let's start right ahead with what is new to the aquarium. As you guys know, or you guys can see, I have some blocks here. They're about 2-inch square blocks. I bought them for $1.50 each, and it was like $6 for 4, as you guys can see. And I decided to put my mushrooms here because they were getting buried. They're being moved around, and yeah, a lot of them they went through a lot. I remember my kryptonite, as you guys can see just right there, my kryptonite before used to be really big and happy. It even you know, gave a baby, but being just buried and disturbed a lot by the snails and the crabs, it's not in its full potential. So I decided, you know what, let me just get some blocks and glue the mushrooms there, and hopefully we regained how the mushrooms used to be before. And yeah, and also the golden gonzos look amazing. Let me see if I can focus on that one. I know it's a little bit harder, but the golden gonzos are doing good. As you guys can see, the golden gonzo right there. There you go. But as you see, it has some gold in it, and this mushroom I have for a while now, but again, all my corals just being moved around, they aren't doing so good right now. The other one that seems to be doing good is that super freak. It is so big. I just placed it here because sometimes it gets buried here and there, so I was like, you know what, let me just put all my mushrooms here together, and we'll see how this goes, because it was actually just done today. So hopefully everything does good. And I was hoping to actually replicate the colors that I'm getting now, but unfortunately there is some disturbance, so you guys are not going to see the colors that I see, but my corals are looking pretty nice. And then right here we have baby Deadpool. I could have put it with the other Deadpools, but I decided just to isolate it itself. I'm really upset that I lost track, or I just didn't pay that much attention to my tanks previously. I also have the mother of these Deadpools, and she had some gold in her, but when I had the 20-gallon drop-off tank, it got lost, got buried under the sand again, and I just didn't carry it anymore. But that's what happens when you move tanks a lot and you do not keep a stable aquarium. And then here to the left of it, there's another golden gonzo mushroom, which they aren't doing so good, but again, hopefully they recover. I remember having more golden gonzos, but they have gotten lost or died. I don't know what's been going on, but these are the ones that I have left, so hopefully they can recover, guys. We'll see how it goes with them. Now here, this is one of my babies. This is the sun-kissed bounce mushrooms, just so beautiful, and it is there with a bunch of little super freak babies, and they're happy. I would have liked for me to isolate that that sun-kissed mushroom bounce, but I don't know how I'll be able to do that. But it's a beautiful specimen. I like the blue around it with the yellow skirts, with of course the yellow bubbles. Is just yellow to orange bubbles. They look beautiful. And then to the right we have our hay mushrooms doing good. And I decided to put the spicy lemon fabia on a disc and let it grow, because sometimes the sand, or all the time with the sand, will affect it of growing and extending itself more. So hopefully it covers this back plug. We'll leave it how it is. I like it. I've been having this for a while now, and it has grown to the fact it used to be here. As you guys can see, the one up here is way more colorful than this one. Is because this one has been buried, has been stung, has been flipped around, and that's why its colors aren't as bright as the one that's attached in the rock. But the ones that are here attached in the rock came from this one. But look at the difference, guys, of what could happen. And it was also in the shade, so hopefully we could bring the colors out of this spicy lemon fabia. And then here, as you guys can see, that little specimen right there, that is the baby jawbreaker that I bought a long time ago, a couple months ago. I bought it a little bit smaller than that for 120 bucks, and that was because I could have already told it had green and red at such a young age, and it came from the store owner's main display tank at their house, and I paid that much for this little coral, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be stunning and beautiful. We'll just give it 6 months from now, 3 to 6 months, and it's going to be a little bit bigger with a lot of more colors. Unfortunately, if I try to zoom in with these lenses, we are not going to get the accurate picture. That is because it'll be all blurred out and it's not going to be able to focus. Same thing happened with that Super Freak there. I bought it for 40 bucks, tiny specimen, and I really like it. I've seen other people's online showing theirs, and I honestly, it's not that I'm boasting, but mine looks a little bit better than theirs. It just looks so good. I got really lucky, I must say. Then up here we have the orange octospawn, looking good as well. I think I overpaid for this one. It's like 140 bucks, but hey, it's doing good. It is one head. Then right here we have the hologram hammer, doing good, 2 heads. Then we have the purple tip hammer, 2, doing good. And then again, our torches are doing good as well, guys. I finally glued back my digitata. It had failed, and I put it back to the rock just today. So that is going to recover. Alright, so just coming down here, we have the island of the Deadpools, guys. As you can see, they are doing good. They are happy. Unfortunately, we do not get no other colors, just the super bright red. But we'll see, hopefully it morphs to a different color. And then we have the gold maroon, lightning maroon mix, saying hello. And again, everything's doing good. All the corals are doing good. That hammer there, guys, is still not doing that good. Let me see, that one right there. So we'll see what's wrong with it, but it's still there. We do not see it retract. It just looks really weird. And this one too, it just been looking weird just today. And the gold hammer is looking good. Everything's looking good, guys. The dragon soul, beautiful as always. And that piece of the Miami chalice had fallen. That's why its color got lost. But just today I glued it back to the wall. And then the mummy eye chalice too is looking a little bit better. I did put the AI Neuro 5 wave maker, but I haven't turned it on because I think it's just too strong for this tank. But that is still something I'm debating on. Now over here we have the other hairy mushrooms with the GSPs. I love that piece of rocks, just looking good. Big mushrooms, big hairy mushrooms, they look wonderful. That GSP isolated on the sand just looks good. I wouldn't want to put it on another rock because it would just overtake it. But just being itself isolated looks perfect. And then yeah, you're on my way. And then the Superman mushrooms are doing good as well. So are all my other fish like the Royal Gourami and the purple dotty back, as well as the gold maroon, nugget maroon, beautiful, one of my favorite fish, as you guys know. And then right here we have